Hi. Hello. Welcome. What is it? Figures. Figures. Ah, what is this? I guess. Hi. Hello. Hello and welcome. How was your day? Let's see. Hola. What's up, everyone that just dropped in? What are you guys up to? How was your week? How was your day? Hello. What are you up to, sir? J Bossi. I think I only know a couple words in Spanish, like hola. The rest are nothing but bad words. Ah, playing your guitar. Nice. Enjoy. Kind of music you play? Hello. Metal, blues, jazz, country, rock. Hmm. I used to play bass, then I got in the drums, then I got in the guitar when I was younger. Every now and then I'll fiddle around on a guitar. Ooh, good song. Metallica. Nice. What's my most expensive piece behind me? Mm, probably Mind Games, Louis Vuitton, and Creed, which is sitting up way up top. I would say Creed, couple Mind Games back there, and I own about 7 Louis Vuitton fragrances. That would be the most expensive. But did I buy them all at one time? Heck no. Over time? Yes. I think the most expensive fragrance haul I did when I had the money was probably a month ago. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not worth it. I think I spent over $2,000 on cologne, which was a month ago, but I got a lot of good deals. I think I bought 20 new fragrances, somewhere around there. But I don't recommend anybody doing that. 9 p.m. or JPG. Uh, John Paul Gaultier is okay, although they tend to cloy and claw at me. I think 9 p.m. is a better version of it, and it doesn't, you know, make me sneeze. Some of them fragrances that are synthetic tend to make me sneeze. Me? I'm in Ohio. Where are you, Alfonso? Yeah, mm, I think I have, yeah, I have 9 p.m. here. But as you can see, I hardly put a dent in it because I haven't really worn it as much. Actually, this is a brand new bottle. I have a cat, and my cat happened to climb on my shelf before I put everything on my bookshelf case, and he knocked over one of my bottles and it broke. But comes next year, spring and summer, I'll put a dent in this bottle. I like this one. I like it better than the original one by Jean Paul Gaultier. This is a better version of Ultra Male. I think out of all my budget-friendly fragrances, I think there's maybe 3 of them that I really wear, which is Armaf, what is it? Club Enoui Intense Man Extrait, and that Latafa Assad Elixir, and 9 PM Elixir. Lately, I've been pulling up on those. I own 9 PM Rebel, 9 PM Elixir, 9 PM, and then I have 9 AM, which can go both ways. Does lean slightly feminine. I don't know if you're into layering, but 9 AM and 9 PM is a phenomenal layering combo for the summer, spring, or going out like evening time, whether you're into going to clubs or whatever comes to your mind. Those two I tend to layer together, and I was surprised they actually hit it off perfectly. And I think the latest fragrance I got that is budget friendly, I ended up getting Rayhaan, which is funny. I never even heard of this brand. There's so many Middle Eastern houses out there, but I happened to get Obsidian because I heard it was similar to Dior Homme 2014 batch and the new version. So I had to get it and check it out. Now, one thing I can say with this one, it's kind of harsh in the opening, but it does settle down. I do pick up a little bit of leather and some oud, and it's got a nice powdery iris feel to it. I like it. It's not bad. And for the price, you really can't go wrong. Do I like YSL myself? No, I never tried it out. And the only two I own by YSL is YSL Y Eau Fresh and L'Homme Les Parfums. I haven't really explored some of the other YSLs, but what I'm really looking forward to is that new YSL Y Iced Cologne that'll probably drop next year. That one I have my eyes on. And I'm looking forward to that new Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male in Blue. That has my interest. And that Dolce Gabbana, the one EDP, they're doing a reformulation. And the one Parfum, I'm looking forward to those three new designer fragrances that'll be dropping probably sometime next year. I have my eyes on those. But what I've really been getting into and what I've been really enjoying, this is what I've been enjoying, even though it's kind of pricey, but I got it on a good deal. I've been enjoying this bad boy by Mancera, Explicit Vanilla. It's a bolder, richer take on vanilla, and it has this really nice chocolate accord to it. What is my favorite Jean Paul Gaultier? Uh, Probably this guy. I like the Les Beaux Flower Edition. You slightly kind of pick up that Les Beaux DNA, but it has violet and it pushes it into a fresher direction. And I really like this one. It doesn't cloy for me, it doesn't claw at me. And I haven't really got much time to wear it. I plan on wearing it next year. I really like this one a lot. It's probably my favorite one, to be honest. I think the most worn was this one, but I kind of stopped wearing it. Um, I'm waiting for that new Le Male in Blue to drop. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that one. I think it's been long overdue for Jean Paul Gaultier to have another Le Male flanker. What is the total amount you have spent on fragrances? I'd rather not answer that. If I had to guess, and I really don't want to throw out the real number, I have 283 fragrances total right now with two on the way. A lot of them I did get good on deals. Some I paid full price at retail. Mm, Probably the price of a decent used vehicle. Let's say a 2000, I'd say probably 2019 Honda Civic. Let's just say maybe close to 20 grand. I would bet around there. If I was to include the Creeds, Mind Games, Martin Margiela, Louis Vuitton, just those Louis Vuittons back there, I own 7. That's at least a couple thousand. Mind Games, that's 600 there. I'd say between probably 15 to maybe 20 grand, but I'm just gonna ballpark it between that. majority of all my mid-level niche Manceras. I think I've only paid 100, a little over 100 for a couple. The rest been between 50 to maybe 60, $90 tops. What's my most used fragrance? Uh, well, I happened to kill a bottle not too long ago, and I think I tossed it out. My most worn fragrance was Dolce Gabbana KEDP. I have a backup. This is the backup bottle, but had the original. I had two. I ended up buying another one. I love this one, and I killed it. And it was gone within a month, so I knew I had to have a backup. And I feel like a lot of people slept on this one, but it's pretty good. I ended up throwing out the empty bottle the other day. And this one has got a dent. Hollister Wave 2. Sadly, they discontinued, I think, all of the Hollister fragrances. And this one's been one of my favorites for, spring and summer. It's a really good freshie for the extreme heat. And this one is my favorite by Hollister. And I bought it at TJ Maxx for like 16 bucks. I don't know why they discontinued this, but it's a phenomenal scent. And I seen it go for, I think, 400 some dollars on eBay. Why? Why? Why even do that? And let's see here. I think, yeah, that's kind of full. This is probably my most worn John Paul Gaultier Les Beaux Paradise Garden. It's starting to get a nice dent to it. Long time no see, Diego. Oh, hey, guess what Louis Vuitton fragrance I ended up buying? Your favorite. I ended up getting Ombre Nomad not too long ago. So now I own 7 Louis Vuitton fragrances. Yes, it is. What's up, Joel? Great scent of the day you got there. And I hear Initio is pretty solid. All right. Now that my regulars are here, one of the only budget-friendly fragrances I did pull the trigger on was Rayhaan Obsidian. Now, I see a lot of mixed reviews on this one, and here's what I can give you. I'm going to get straight to the point. And some say they're getting a little bit of the Dior Homme 2014 batch. I could kind of see a little bit of leather facet to it. Overall, at least to me, I get 2025 DHP. The iris here doesn't have that lipsticky feel to it. It is kind of powdery. Overall, they did a good job for an inspired twist. And I'm new to Rayhaan. I never explored them, but I saw this, I saw the notes, and I'm like, shit, I have to check it out. Hey, what's up, John Carlos? Long time no see. Yes, cool water elixir. I happen to have that right over here. This is probably my favorite purchase I got this year. They did a fantastic job on it. At least to me, I kind of still get that cool water DNA, core DNA, but then you got a slight metallic rose and a little bit of oud. Makes a nice date night scent, and it's not super expensive. And yeah, a lot of people aren't a fan of Dior Parfum 2025. I like it. It's my favorite version. It's more mass appealing, and everybody's got their own opinions, but I love this one. It's not bad. And of course, I got my favorite day 3 fragrance here, and I had to pull the trigger on it. I got Midnight Raspberry. Such a beautiful fragrance. This one is an absolute banger in my opinion. Michael Paul did a amazing job on this stuff. And I think that fragrance just went in my mouth. Ooh, I don't recommend that. Ooh, work, travel, restarting doing art. Oh, nice. Well, congrats to you. So, what do you guys think of the 3 new designer fragrances that are probably going to be launched next year? Le Male in Blue, YSLY Iced Cologne, and a reformulated version of the One EDP and One Parfum by Dolce Gabbana. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. I have the One EDP. It's nice. It's not bad. I just wish it had a little more oomph to it. So maybe the reformulated version will be a little better. But honestly think the One Parfum, I think we all been waiting for that. Sample of Poets of Berlin. Hmm. Real nice blueberry, creamy, powdery vanilla. That sounds nice. Oud lemon mint. I never checked that one. Never got my nose on it. The only newest Manceras I did get is explicit vanilla. I love this one. And of course, fabulous yuzu. Not bad. Talk about an explosion of citrus. And lately, I just been spending time with the colognes that I do have. I finally got, oh wow, that's what I'm sitting at. All my Manceras are right back here. 20 Manceras. Yeah, I got 20 back there. Um, I know a lot of people are not gonna like this one. This explicit vanilla, it's a bolder, richer take on vanilla, and it definitely leans mature. But I like the vanilla here. I like the chocolate. I get a little bit of I want to say oud. There's some oud in this, some woods, benzoin, amber, and I believe musk is in this one. But with that being said, the I went nose blind to this, so you may have that happen. And like an idiot, I accidentally sprayed in the front of my neck and I went nose blind, but everybody else around me could smell it. It's pretty dark. It's bolder, rich, and dark. I like it. My kind of taste. It's got Mexican vanilla, dark chocolate. Um, I want to say some benzoin. Maybe it's got oud. Cambodian oud is in it. which is Pierre Montal's favorite oud ingredient to use, I think. And it's got some woods. In fact, figure I'd spray it. Mm. The chocolate's kind of bittersweet. Not really like super sweet like a milk chocolate like Hershey's, more like a special dark. Kind of, let's say, for example, a chocolate from uh, Dove, kind of bitter, sweet. And I do pick up a little bit of spice in there. Overall, it's pretty good. And it does perform pretty darn good. Art of Arabia 3. I'm a bookmark that one and probably write that down. I have a little decant of blonde amber and I didn't care for it. But I really like this one. This, you know, would make a nice holiday fragrance since Christmas is around the corner. But this one feels a little more dress up, I would say. Maybe a cashmere sweater and some dress pants. Overall, it's a beautiful scent and fabulous yuzu. I feel like it's a sleeper. You got florals, you got citrus. I want to say maybe there's a little, maybe apricot or a peach in here, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a beautiful scent. And I blind bought this one. So I got a good deal from it. I got from Olfactory LLC. I think I paid roughly 50 bucks for it. It's not bad. It's pretty good. It's a great take on yuzu. And the only one I am really enjoying is Intense Instant Crush by Mancera. I think this version is better than the original Instant Crush. Is just something about this one I really enjoy. It really stands out to me the most. And I want to say there is, I think there's peach. I think there is a peach in Fabulous Yuzu. Yeah, I have. I came across Intense French Riviera. I think I told Ross that a couple months ago. I came across it overseas. And here's what I'm going to tell you the total to get it, you're looking at $262 shipped. And it might be a while before it hits USA. I was hoping maybe Sloma Shop would have had it or, Olfactory LLC. I got Intense Instant Crush from Max Aroma. They had a decent sale on it, and I had a discount code to use, and I paid roughly 80 bucks for it, so I'm happy. And I absolutely love that one. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I don't feel like paying 200 some dollars for Intense uh French Riviera. Max Aroma had it. I don't know if it's in stock. It might be. A buddy of mine gave me a discount to use. Plus, I shop at Max Aroma on the regular. I have an account and I've racked up so many reward points and I was able to use them and where I didn't have I think it was $115. So then I used some of my reward points and a discount and I got it for 80 bucks. And how am I enjoying Ombre Nomad? I love it. Such a beautiful leathery rose scent with a nice touch of raspberry. I love this one. I gave it a full wear the next day I bought it. I had a bunch of running around to go. This one does not disappoint. It lasts. I was impressed how long this lasts for me. There's another oud fragrance I want from Louis Vuitton, and that's La Fleur Dessert. I want that one. I think the only other Louis Vuitton fragrance I did buy that day was Sur La Route. They had it in stock. This one got discontinued, so I jumped on this one as well. And you could probably think what the price point was for this and Ombre Nomad that day. I think I paid a little over $800 for both. Plus, I bought a new Louis Vuitton knit hat. So that day I spent $1,300 right out of Louis Vuitton. I'm loving Amber Nomad. I honestly think that's my favorite Louis Vuitton fragrance right now. I was trying to look for some of the other newer Louis Vuitton fragrances that dropped, but it's the China, I think Welcome to China Journey collection, and it's overseas. However, my sales advisor from Louis Vuitton can get me them if I want them and have them shipped, and I'm probably gonna do that next year. Yeah, it's a nice resinous and it's smoky, all right. It's not bad. I I think it's out of all the 7 I do own, I would say it's my favorite. I don't think I could rock that one all year round, but it's great for the weather that I'm having in Ohio. Um, with that being said, I do have a couple other day 3 fragrances here to check out, and I'm curious to see what Desert Rain smells like, so Imma spray it here. Couple sprays here. Hmm, that's a nice freshy, and I can see why this one is called Desert Rain. At least to me, it kinda feels like a kinda got a like a solar note, but it's fresh. It's got this really nice, sharp, maybe some ginger. That is really good. I think that'll probably be my next day 3 fragrance is Desert Rain. It's very clean, easygoing, sophisticated. That's nice. That one makes a nice office-friendly fragrance. There's a hint of sweetness in there, though. I'm gonna let that settle down and see how that one develops. And I think I dropped one down here. What is this one? There's the other one I didn't really get to spend time with. So let's see here. It's called Royal Reflection by Day 3. Les Sables Roses, I didn't really care for that one. I don't know. That one wasn't for me. La Fleur Dessert was, and that other oud bottle that's kind of like a ombre teal, maybe green bottle. That one I like. It's got a nice vetiver to it. All right, this one is, let's see here. Royal Reflection by Day 3. I'm curious to see how this smells. Man, talk about the samples from Day 3. They got phenomenal atomizers. Ooh, that is really good. Wow. Oh, man. Michael Paul, if you catch this live, shout outs to you, buddy. Royal Reflection is phenomenal. Kind of powdery. Maybe a little vetiver in there. This is really, really nice. Nice, it's on the tip of my tongue. Some type of citrus. Whatever I'm smelling, it's so good. Wow. That is really, really good. Something's powdery, citrusy. I want to say maybe a grapefruit, maybe a lime in there. But that's phenomenal stuff. And Desert Rain is starting kind of get light. So I think that would make a nice fragrance for like extreme heat. I might have to look these notes up. But Desert Rain, it's very fresh, maybe citrusy, kind of woodsy, a little bit of florals. But Royal Reflection, that might be my next one. Something about it's really drawing me in. It's got a very addictive smell to it. Almost like a man, it reminds me of a fruit of some sort in the citrus family. I want to say like lime, something like a fresh lime, almost like fresh limeade iced tea, almost like a fresh limeade popsicle. Man, is that really, really good. Wheat de Fuel. It's a piney green, yeah, leather. I like that one. That one I got my nose on. That one smelled really, really nice. I don't know what I'm smelling here, but day three Royal Reflection is absolutely nice. There's some kind of citrus in there, but there's something else that's making it sweet. It almost, it's almost like that Pledge, Pledge cleaner. It's got that bright, vibrant, sweet, citrusy scent. I want to say I'm smelling like a photorealistic lime and a little bit of some fresh fruit, maybe a mango or something. A little bit of rose is coming out. Man, that one's really, really good. Later on, I'm gonna have to look up these notes and see what I'm smelling here. That's some phenomenal stuff. Royal Reflection. Hmm, that's probably gonna be my next day 3, and probably Desert Rain. And of course, I have a couple other samples I wanted to check out from Matiere Premiere. There was a couple I never really got to finish smelling, so might as well check out some of these. Let's see, Harrison Musk. We'll give that a whirl. What's this one? S- I'm probably gonna butcher this up. Ansen Suave. I figure we'll check this one out. And French flower. I'm assuming this is gonna be some nice florals. And I think that's the only one. I did the other ones. Yes. Yes, I do. Falcon leather. I absolutely love it. And I did get my nose on the extrait version. I love that one even more. Some people might not like the extrait. It is quite powerful. I like it. They did a good job. The original is good, but would it be redundant to own both? Maybe. All right, here we got Onsen Suave. Let's see if we can get that to focus. Let's see what this one smells like. Good atomizer here. Wow. Kind of stings the nostrils in a way. Spicy. It's got a spice to it. Spicy, earthy, woodsy. Not bad. It's pretty good. Yeah, this one's pretty good. Something's coming in there. It's getting really, really earthy. I want to say maybe like a dirty patchouli, maybe cedar wood, something. It's got a nice spicy kick in the opening. That's pretty good. Falcon leather, yeah. Um, I remember the last live I did was probably a few weeks ago, and that one I liked. Vanilla powder was nice. Radical rose, I absolutely love. Austral santal, absolutely. I like that one. Yeah, this is pretty nice. I'm curious to see what this French flower is about. See what that one is all about. No. I thought about it, but then again, I kind of slept on it. Wow. This one here, French flower, kind of bright, juicy, has this like bubble gummy sweetness to it. Man, this is like really, really bright. I don't know. This one, I would say is definitely girly. I'm getting like a gardenia. I want to say a red gardenia, some white florals, maybe some white jasmine. This one is really, really sweet. I don't know. That one's a little too girly for me. I might just give this one to my mother when I see her. She would like this. That one's not for me. In a way, it has that bubblegummy sweetness like 1 Million by Raban, except it's got a lot of white florals. Yeah, I'm not liking that one, sadly. My brother might like that one. All right, here we go. Harrison Musk. I'm certain I'm gonna like this one. Oh, yeah. Now, this one I can get down with. Earthy, musky, woodsy. Oh, yeah. This one's very earthy. It's got a very nice, like, earthy, musky tone. Starting to open up. Oh, that smells so good. Mine came with a cap. Yeah, mine came with a cap. Yeah. Came with the bag and the box. All right, I like this one. Paris and Musk by Matiere Premiere. Oh yeah, very musky, a little bit of florals. Did it say it was a tester? Not mine. I don't think so. No, I don't. I don't think so. But I have the box. I'll be right back. Mm. Nah, this is the box it came in, which is the original box. Usually, when you get a tester, it usually comes in them plain white boxers or boxes. Sometimes you don't get caps. A lot of the times you might get a cap. But you know what I found weird when I was looking through my Manceras the other day? I have Royal Vanilla. It's a screw cap. But here's the funny thing. You ever seen a cap like this? It's like ivory. I just happened to notice that the other day. I wonder if the metal top portion fell off when I was cleaning. I don't know. But this was my brother's. He didn't care for it, so he gave it to me. This one ain't bad. Got slept on, but a lot of people are not going to gravitate towards Royal Vanilla. It's got a nice caramel tone to it, but I just thought that was weird. It has like a ivory cap. Maybe the metal portion of the top with all the other caps. Maybe it fell off. Maybe. I don't know. I might have to reach out to Mancera and send them an email and ask about it, and maybe they can confirm it. But overall, it's pretty cool looking. I don't know if it can shine, but I thought that was cool. It's the only odd one in my collection. Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to have to. I think my next fragrance purchase is going to be Royal Reflection by Day 3, Paris and Musk by Matiere Premiere. I'm definitely going to have to get Desert Rain. Other than that, I am waiting on a couple fragrances. I think I do have one getting delivered later on today. I decided to check out some of what's his name? Neeb, that goes by Aromatix. I ended up ordering a bottle of Magnetic by Aromatix in French Avenue, and that one comes in today. I ended up blind buying that one off the Aromatix's website, so I'm curious to see what that one is going to be about. And the bottle looks cool looking, so I never really checked out any of Neeb's fragrances, so I'm gonna see what it does for me. FOMO sense? You know, I never really explored FOMO. And the only other Zahara fragrance that was kind of new for me was Seamless Soul. I finally got that on a good deal. Now I got all the Z3 colognes. And the only other one that I did buy that I absolutely enjoy is this one. I bought it off a good friend of mine. I got Royale. Even though it's a used bottle, but hey, I like this stuff. Phenomenal fragrance. That's something you can wear all year round, every day. Very, very versatile. And that one has a beautiful dry down. It's like woodsy, vanilla, suede kind of stuff. I like that one a lot. I really, I'd rather just, well, yeah. I mean, nowadays, I think you could find French Riviera on a good price. I think that's back here. Yeah. It's got a little tiny dent to it. I haven't worn it a whole lot, but still got a beautiful scent. I think the one I really enjoy a lot is somewhere back here. It's is it up there? No, no. Somewhere back there. Oh, that's maybe it's this guy. Or this one? What wood? Ah, there it is. Yeah. I like Cinque Terre the most. And I think I told Ross this. I told him I like Cinque Terre more than French Riviera. It's like a, yeah. I asked George, I think weeks ago, I was asking him about Royale at the time, and he told me it was discontinued. So a buddy of mine reached out to me and he said, I got Royale. It's available, and I have the soap that goes with it. So I bought it off of him, and I paid, I think, 150, and it came with the soap. Even the soap is really good. It's concentrated. I tried out the soap. I like that scent. But as far as Mancera goes, I don't know why, but I tend to gravitate towards Cinque Terre more than French Riviera. But that's my personal opinion. And I think the least worn fragrance I have by Mancera is Black Prestigium. It's kind of floral, powdery, woodsy, nice oud. And I think I've worn this twice, and this one really does perform. But you have to be a fan of iris, violet, oud, some spices, and woods. Not too many people go for this one. I might wear this one tomorrow. It's been a while. It's got some citrus as well. I love this one. I remember Ross talking about this one long while ago when I first started watching him. And I blind bought this one. This was probably my second Mancera at the time that I blind bought. And the other one I blind bought, the very first Mancera was Red Tobacco. I enjoyed it, but then I ended up giving it away to my dad because every time I wore it, he kept raving about it. So I gave it to him. So he's been wearing the heck out of Red Tobacco. He wears it in the summer. He don't give a crap what anybody thinks. But that's my dad. He wears his cologne all year round, regardless of the seasons. Yep. So I really like the opening of Royale. It's got a nice juniper berry. It's got that pine scent, so a little bit of spice and some citrus in there when it opens up. A little bit of florals. It's got a beautiful dry down. So see how some of these other scents are doing here. Desert Rain. That is a beautiful scent. Clean, very versatile, everyday wear for sure. Should definitely check out Day 3 Desert Rain. That's a really nice scent. Harrison Musk. I'm really liking this one right now. It's really starting to open up. It's getting really musky. And Mancera, Explicit Vanilla. This one is really getting smoother. It's got a nice dark chocolate, kind of bittersweet. Yes, Black Prestigium. I kind of went crazy with it when I first bought it. I went 4 sprays, and that was a little too much. And 4 sprays, I went to I had a bowling tournament at the time, and I came in 3rd place. I won some money, and I wore Black Prestigium at a bowling tournament, and there was like hundreds of people there. And out of everybody else, unfortunately, with that fragrance, it threw off some of people's concentration. It was lingering down the lanes, and that one is so good. Some of the people around me were asking, "Hey, what are you wearing? That's like crazy strong, but it smells so good." I was like, "Mancera, Black Prestigium," and they're like, "I never even heard of that." I'm like, "If you go on the Parfumo or go on the YouTube, look it up, and then you can watch a review, and people can go in depth about it." Yeah, I just gotta that was probably my first one I bought. Then it was Red Tobacco. After that, I think I got Cedrat Boise, which is sitting right here, and it's starting to get down because I wear this one a lot, and so on, the list goes on. And then I had another one by Mancera, but I gave it to my mom. I had Roses Greedy, had a beautiful vanilla dry down, but it really had a beautiful opening of rose that was kind of photorealistic. I ended up giving that one to my mom. I used to have Sicily. I gave that one to my mother. I didn't want it. I don't know. Once I started getting different fragrances by Mancera that I was really getting into, I felt like some of like Sicily and other ones were starting to get a little too redundant, and I ended up giving them away. And then I got Intense Cedrat Boise. Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, another beast mode fragrance, and this came out last year, Eternal Wood. This is a really nice one. It kinda has this, like, burnt wood scent in the opening with some oud. It's got a little bit of, like a caramel tone to it, but man, it's got a burnt wood feel to it. I like this one a lot. It's got some citrus, some spice, oud. I think it's got maybe a subtle leathery tone in the background, but overall, phenomenal stuff. This is another one that performs very well for me. It's got a little small dent. Weather just hasn't been cold enough for me to really pull out my heavy hitters by Mancera yet. And I think this weekend it's gonna be cold in Ohio. If I'm not mistaken, it might get in, like the minus temperatures. And that's when I'll be reaching for my heavy hitters. And uh I'm happy to own my 4 Creeds that I have in my collection, which is sitting up top where I keep all my Zaharoffs and Amouage. And eventually, I am gonna get Creed Aventus. I remember smelling it at Saks Fifth, the Creed Aventus cologne, the EDT, and the Absolute Aventus. Absolute Aventus is actually my favorite one out of all those other versions. And then there's another one that really stood out to me is Creed Royal Mayfair. I definitely want to own that one. Oud Zarian, one of my one of the ladies that I'm friends with up at Saks, she gave me free samples of that. I got to take them home. I sprayed Oud Zarian on paper. Fantastic smell. Soon as I sprayed it on skin, and after I got home, it's just a pass for me. It reminds me of syrup, like a pancake syrup feel with spices. It's a no-go for me. Oud Zarian is really for people in their 40s and up. It's very mature. It has that scent profile. It's not for everyone. I don't care for that one. I'm definitely not going to get it. How is the best Hawas for me? I only own two. Although I ordered Hawas Cobra today, I ended up pulling the trigger on that. I'll probably have it next week or maybe in a few days if I'm lucky. Uh, the best Hawas? That's a hard question because I like Hawas Fire and I like Hawas Ice. I like them both equally. But if I had to pick between the two, I would say this one is my favorite. And this one's like beast mode. And for some reason, I get leather. I don't know why. There has to be something in here that's giving me that leather scent. But this one I like a lot. Hey, what up, Kicks? What's your scent of the day, buddy? Right now, my scent of the day is a mix of fragrances all over my skin. And oh, and I know you're a sneakerhead. I ended up ordering a pair of sneakers and I got them Jordan 4s, Houston Oilers. They go with my new outfit I got from Nike. They had a huge sale. And I got a nice Jordan outfit, Carolina blue, so it's going to go well for those sneakers. I'm not too much into sneakers, but I own a few. I think my favorite, I happen to have them sitting down here. I think I own maybe a few sneakers, but these are my favorite right here. These are the Retro 5 Jordans. We the Best DJ Khaled edition. I like these are my favorites. And one thing, I got a good deal on these ones. I got them off of Goat. So it came with like different colored shoelaces. I'm not too crazy for like shoes, other than I do own a badass pair of Louis Vuitton sneakers. And I paid over $1,000 for them. Let's see here. Oh, let me move my toolbox, but I think I have these ones here. which is, yeah, I wore these the other day when it was nice out. And I got the Nike Social Status chocolate milkshakes. They're pretty nice. What I like about it, it has the little like ingredient listing. See if I can get them to zoom in. These are clean. I got a good deal on them. I have a second pair of these because the other ones are kind of beat up. I use them when I skateboard. And yeah, I do skateboard. So, and I think I got the strawberry milkshakes. And these are my pride and joy. I love these bad boys. It's got like felt. These are the strawberry milkshakes, Nike Social Status collab. So I do like a couple sneakers. Not crazy into it, but these are my favorites, and I take care of them. I clean them, and I only wear them when it's really nice out and it's not raining. So, you know, when I saw the Houston Oilers, I could have got them from Goat, but I got them off of eBay. Authentic, what is that? Authenticity guaranteed, and I got a good deal on it. I won a bid, and they were supposed to come in, I think, a couple days ago, but it's gonna be delayed. It is what it is, but I'm not complaining. At least I'll have them. And that's about it on fragrances for me or sneakers. I don't own too many, other than I do own a couple Vans, but I skateboard with those. I have a pair of black half cabs by Van. They're nice, and they definitely grip the skateboard a lot better. Yeah, I had to have those Houston Oilers. Nice. Yeah, it's quite pricey for Ouds Orion. I think at the Saks Fifth, it's like 600 some bucks. Get out of here. So if I was to get something like another Creed, it'd be Royal Mayfair. I really enjoy that one, and Absolute Aventus. And so with that being said, I'm a pass on Ouds Orion. I thought I would enjoy it. It smelled good on paper, but as soon as I smelled it on skin, it's just not for me, sadly. And where do I work? Um, I lucked out. I got lucky. A buddy of mine owns his own business, and I do a little bit of sandblasting parts, and sometimes I cut parts. So I make decent money. But I was unemployed for a little bit, for like 6 months, and that stung. But my friend hit me up and he's like, "Hey, I need help. I need you back. It was a mistake letting you go." So I'm only working a few days a week, 8 hours a day, but I still make exceptionally good money. Yeah, I know. The economy's really bad. I feel bad for a lot of people out there. I, hmm, one of my I want to say other friends got laid off. So I'm gonna talk to my best friend. He's like a brother to me, and see if he can get them in, and I'll train them. I even tried to get unemployment benefits, and they turned me down. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. It is what it is. Well, there you go. Yeah, I usually have a set budget when it comes to buying cologne. So each month I put aside some money into my Cash App, and I only use Cash App to buy my fragrances, and everything else, I just usually split my money, half for bills and half I put away and let it rack up each week. And then I'm saving up for a I'm saving up for another motorcycle. I want the motorcycle I have, I want to cash it in. I found another Heritage Classic Softail that I want, and I'm gonna go look at it tomorrow in person, check it out, sit on it, see how the feel is, and maybe get a test ride in. Yeah, yeah. I kind of just, I kind of, get maybe 2 to 3 fragrances a month, and I have my own budget now, and I don't, you know, last month was good. I got lucky. I caught a good break, and I had some money put away. Last month, yeah, I did my probably my very first fragrance haul. I spent over $2,000, and I'm not doing that again. I bought 20 fragrances last month, and this month I only bought a few. So I got enough to talk about, enough to check into, but I pretty much slowed down. Now, I'm not I don't recommend anybody spending $2,000 on cologne, but I had good deals. Did my research on the fragrances I wanted, added everything up, and I said, you know what? I never did a fragrance haul. I might as well get them while I can, because some of the Creed fragrances were on sale at Fragrance Net. I took advantage, and then I got the other Louis Vuittons I wanted, and then I got some other um, Manceras and other designers, and that was it. That was it for me. It's good to have a limit. It's good to have a budget. What works for me is the beginning of each month. I pay all my bills that same day. I get them done, out the way, and that just tells me what I have left over. I put half away, and I put some into my fragrance budget, and I just add the money each week, let it build up. Yeah, when you got a kid, whether you're a single parent or not, it can be tough. Oh boy. Now your kid's getting in the fragrance. There you go. Speaking of that, uh, I wanted to go live. I think it was last week. I just couldn't do it. I've been dealing with a loss in my family, and I had a funeral to attend to December 5th. And that day, I just did not want to do any content, not really do nothing. One of my favorite aunts that I've known for a very long time, she was an important person in my life. She used to watch me after school, after preschool, up until second grade. And all through my life, I always spent my time with her. She was one of my number one fans on YouTube. And then I found out my cousin, which is one of her sons, he lives out in Wisconsin. He's in the cologne. So I showed him my page. I gave him the link. We keep in touch. And he owns one bottle, which is from YSL. It's the, I want to say, a lot of, and wheat, loam, EDT, maybe. I always get those names mixed up. But he subscribed to my channel, and his son, which is my cousin, graduated from Stanford University. He's quite young. I think he's in his early 20s, probably now. He landed a good job out in California for Tesla. He's working on these, like, helping design these robots that Elon Musk wants. I guess he got to meet Elon Musk, so I'm happy for my cousin. But my cousin's in the fragrances. So me and my cousin been keeping in touch. So that's kind of why I fell behind on a lot of my content. And I really needed time to grieve. My aunt lived to be 92 years old. And, you know, I still have my days, but it is what it is. Eventually, all of us are going to come to that phase. So, as I always say, live life to the fullest. So, that's, I had to get that off my chest. But I appreciate it. You know, man, Mancera Explicit Vanilla. I highly recommend checking it out. Get a sample. You may enjoy it, especially if you like a darker vanilla type scent profile. And Pearson Musk by Matiere Premiere. That's going on my list. I'm probably going to pull a trigger on that one. Falcon Leather. I think I'm going to get another day three, probably Desert Rain or Royal Reflection. I want Intense French Riviera so bad, but where I found it, I can tell you where I found it. I found it at Herod's overseas. I have an account there. And with shipping, it's like 20 some bucks. It's $262. So it's kind of, do I want it? Do I need it? No. For a Mancera, it's not even worth that. If I'm going to spend two high 200s or 300s, I'm just going to buy another Louis Vuitton and get my money's worth. Or I'll buy a Creed, or I'll buy a Parfums de Marly if I'm going to spend that kind of money. I'm just not going to go crazy with that. What is this? Oh, that's Desert Rain, Bonnie, and Royal Reflection. So hopefully Oh, the funny thing is, I asked about, I did send an email to Mancera, and I asked them when Intense French Riviera and Ombre Tonka will be available for US. And get this, one of the workers couldn't even give me an answer. Maybe she didn't know her stuff or she's not allowed. I don't know. Couldn't get a clear answer. Ombre Tonka looks really, really nice. I was looking at the notes. I can always buy that one from La Maison du Parfum. I think it was 100 something. And I do have reward points for La Maison du Parfum. That is where we found Cinque Terre when Ross got it. I ended up buying it that night. Sometimes you could find some good deals at La Maison du Parfum. They have some decent sales on Mancera's and other stuff. And talk about FedEx International shipping. I think my fragrance got to me in like 2 days tops compared to the US, which is wild. But I kind of want to get Ombre Tonka by Mancera. That's another new release this year. It's I want to say, a nutty, woodsy, maybe musky fragrance. And it looks pretty good. And I think what? I think they got another Stronger With You dropping as well. I think it's called Spices. I don't know. I want to say I think that's what it's called. I think it's called Stronger With You Spices. It might be, but Ombre Tonka's got pistachio in it. So I don't know. And I had every opportunity to get Tonka Cola. I just never got it yet. I'm not too crazy for it. You know, when it comes to cherry, I think my favorite cherry is, French Defense and Roy Lopez. Which I think they're sitting up over here. I think, yeah. Roy Lopez, phenomenal stuff. And I bought this off of a buddy of mine out of the Zed Lounge. He gave me a good deal on it. I'd have to look at the notes again. My computer took a crap on me, sadly. That's another thing I need. I need another new laptop. And, but I get my enjoyment out of my new phone. I got the iPhone 17 Pro Max and it has 2 terabytes storage. I like this one a lot. I can record in 4K on this phone. So right now I use my phone, but I'm saving up for a new laptop, a camera, and I found a table that I need. And I'm also going to be moving as well. I'm getting I want to get out of the neighborhood that I'm in. It's starting to get a little bad around here. Not too long ago, there was a shooting. And get this, that law enforcement still can't find the people that shot up a few houses that was 3 streets away from mine. A buddy of mine that I met in the Zed Lounge that I'm good friends with, He had it and he was selling some fragrances at the time. I think I paid 100 some dollars for it. I couldn't pass that up. So I had to jump on it. So I got lucky, which is usually a good thing, you know. I encourage a lot of people to chill up in the Zed Lounge on Facebook. You know, sometimes you can, build alliances, connections, and work out some things. And every now and then you'll come across a super rare Zaharoff or whatever. And luckily for me, I, if I'm not mistaken, uh, I want to say I think I paid 100, maybe 180 for it. So yeah, definitely a steal. And of course, and of course, and we all know this one right here, right? French Defense. This is my favorite cherry fragrance. Oh yeah, then I came across I was on a hunt for another Martin Margiela fragrance, and I couldn't believe I found it. Actually, my friend who sold me, Roy Lopez, he came across at the Barbers. He found it, and then he gave me the link, and now I have at the Barbers. I think a lot of people slept on this one. In a way, this one reminds me of like Dracar Nior. It's got that classy barbershop style vibe to it. So I got lucky. I've been wanting this one for a long time. So I paid 190 bucks for a discontinued fragrance. And I found it on eBay through where one of my friends bought fragrances from. Um, I want to say is very legit. And he happened to have it. And I said, you know what? I'm buying it because I'll never see it at that price plus tax. So I paid about $193 total. I know FragranceNet had this one in stock probably a month ago, and it sold out right then and there. As I was adding it to my cart to buy, it sold out. And then I found it on eBay and I jumped on it. So that was a steal. That was a nice come up for me. And one of my other newer fragrances from Mercedes Benz, Club Black EDP. Think of like tobacco vanille without tobacco. Smoky vanilla is what I get from this. A really nice smoky vanilla fragrance. It has decent performance, decent longevity. It's not bad. I like this one. Really, really nice. They did a fantastic job on this one. But that just went up my nose. Ooh. Oh man. Now I got that cologne drip in the back of my throat. That's no good. Excuse me. Ooh. Can't believe I just inhaled that. Ooh. Now I got Club Black EDP in the back of my throat. Ooh, that's rough. Well, I appreciate all you guys tuning in, jumping in, and enjoying my live for once. It's been a minute, but I got some things I got to do here in about an hour. I'm going out. So stay blessed, stay fresh, and enjoy your night. And I might see you guys up in Ross's Live tonight. It all depends when I get done with all my errands, but I plan on going out for the night. I don't feel like sitting in the house. So, with that being said, thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in and hitting that thumbs up button. Enjoy your night. Peace out.